It starts with Overmar's sudden exit in 2022 after a texting scandal. Then Van der Sar steps down in 2023. The spine of the project gone. Recruitments turn into a mess. A dozen new faces in, but no identity. Tension boils over due to bad results. The Classica abandoned amid flares and fury. Finances wobble without European success. The margin for mistakes disappears. On the touchline, it's musical chairs for managers. Stein, Van Chip, Arioli, Heitinga, in and out. Today, caretaker Grim in charge, a bruised dressing room, and a fan base demanding a reset after a loss against Utrecht this weekend. So here's the mission. Restore the Ajax blueprint. Unlock the academy and sign smarter, not louder, and start winning trophies again. Now, at the moment of recording this, Ajax have not yet signed a permanent new coach. As we speak, they are apparently interested in Philippe Clement, but most importantly, Erik ten Hag is their priority, as the news states. And I've been looking into a Dutch talk show where they talked about this Ajax situation. It's a complete mess. They apparently might want to bring back Overmars, who was let go because of a scandal, and also bring back the likes of Erik ten Hag. So they're just going back in time, it seems. Now, we are stepping in a live start point where Ajax is sat in a 4th position, 8 points behind Feyenoord. In real life, however, they are 1 game ahead of us right now. PSV Eindhoven is at the top with 31 points. PSV Eindhoven has been very successful over the past couple of years, bringing out some amazing talents and selling them for a lot of money as well. And as we speak in the Eredivisie, we have Ayase Ueda, another Feyenoord talented striker who back in the day was the backup to Santi Jimenez. Now he's leading the line for them, which I just absolutely love to see. A 75 rated player right there. Saibari is a hugely talented player over in the Eredivisie. And then if we look at the assists, we see Veerman in there, who I thought would have left PSV by now, but he hasn't. But let's take a quick little look at this Ajax squad and understand what is going on over here. So as we go into the squad hub, you'll see that we have the top scorer in Wout Weghorst, who is 33 years old. Big man, a target man up top, supported by a very talented Belgian player in the name of Mika Gots, who has brought in 4 goals and 4 assists this season, with Oscar Gluck as a signing for this team in the past year, I believe. The new number 10 for them came in from Salzburg, highly talented. Then we're looking at Davy Klaassen, Kenneth Taylor, who's been here for a while, linked to many clubs in the past as well, and some other very decent players. However, it's clearly not working. So when we look at the starting 11, we see a lineup in the typical 4-3-3 formation, which the Dutch people and specifically Cruyff have made very popular. And Ajax has been playing this formation for a very, very long time. It's basically their identity, so we'll have to hold on to this for sure. Now, whilst I do like some talents like Gots or Taylor or let's say Bas right here, I'm not too happy with the fact that we have a 33-year-old striker, a 33-year-old right wing, a 32-year-old Klaassen in the starting 11 as well. Ajax is always about bringing in young talent, and one thing that kind of showcases a big issue with this team is that they have been relying on a goalkeeper like Pasveer, who's now 40+ years old, over the past couple of seasons even. People thought he would retire every single season. They were looking at it and thinking, okay, this is the last one. But he just keeps being necessary for the squad, so they have to keep a hold of these types of players. And that needs to change. We need to bring back the true Ajax, the one that can constantly bring forward new, incredible talents. The biggest talent in the team right now is Mokio with 88 potential. After him, it's Mika Gots coming in with 85. And the same goes for Oscar Gluck. And Raul Moro comes in with 84, alongside Ryan Bonida, who also is an 84 potential player. Overall, we have about 10 to around 13 players that have potential over 80 in this team already. So the first thing I've done is send every single talented player with potential over 80 out on loan so that they can keep growing and become a huge part of Ajax in the future, where some of them like Mokio will return soon and become a main part of this squad straight away, but others like Yetin, for example, it's going to be a longer journey. In the academy itself, it seems like to start, we don't necessarily have any huge talents. So I'm going all in on Pieter de Groot, 5-star experience, 5-star judgment. Get me the best of the best from Netherlands. To begin with, what I honestly want is someone to take over Weghorst's position and lead the line for this Ajax side. A team that had big players like Ibrahimovic come through their ranks, and also Luis Suarez has played there. I want someone massive up there, someone that can just get us all the trophies. So I'm gonna look for him right now. And a month later, we're looking at the first scout report. This guy is 65 rated, but the potential isn't that high. I'm gonna sign him anyways. I am looking for the best of the best. Honestly, nothing else will make it into our team. 65 is the bare minimum. And now, after 3 months of scouting, we found Giovanni Post. This is a 67 rated striker who can also play left wing and center attack in midfield. And we go back here, above me it says playstyles 3 to 5. I love that. You, my friend, could be the future of Ajax. He comes in at 6'1" with the dead ball, precision header, technical and enforcer. A very odd combination, but I'm really liking what I'm seeing right here. And he could be the future of the squad, up to 94 potential, maybe. We're going to go ahead and train this guy in the academy for a couple of weeks. Or actually, I think, am I still in the... I think I'm in the January transfer window. Let me check. I am. So I might just promote him, loan him out, and then hope for the best. My first game will be against PSV Eindhoven to see how this team can play. It started off in the 5th minute with some beautiful football from PSV Eindhoven, and they scored immediately, showing the weakness in our defense, and generally speaking, the speed of the game was too quick for us at this stage. 16 minutes in, they're through again. Beautiful passing play. Saibari to Pepe, who should have made it 2-0 for his team, but wasn't capable of doing so. Moro again down the right. Nice passing play. Weghorst does find him. Moro is through. Good position. Possibly could score. Hits the crossbar as we get very unlucky. I'm searching for the equalizer. Fitzjim tries his best, but our best wasn't enough. We actually lost against PSV Eindhoven in our first ever game. The first season is over, and Ajax have finished in the 3rd position in the Champions League qualifiers. 70 points, 6 behind PSV Eindhoven. Clearly not good enough, however, better than they are doing in real life. Now, when we go into the squad, you'll realize that I changed the formation from a 4-3-3 holding to a 4-3-3 attack, because that way we can fit Gluck into the starting 11. Berghaus is on that 77 still. Weghorst on that 77. We need to get rid of a bunch of these aging players in the upcoming season. Now, we do have Fitzjim, who probably has taken over from Regier right here in that center midfield position. Sutalo is on an 80 rating, so I'm fully assuming that he actually played as well. But for whatever reason, Liverpool have called back Jaros. So that meant Pasveer had to play. I mean, not for whatever reason. It makes sense. He's higher rated, so they played him automatically. And that way, Liverpool wanted their talent back. So, seeing all of this happen right now, the big question is, what about the youngsters? So let's take a look at the youngsters. Post has gone up by +3 in a short amount of time, half a season. Love that. Yetin as well. Bauman has gone up nicely. Mostly +3s. Mokio back with a 73. Possibly could put him into the team. And then we have Konadu growing by 4. Herkins as well. He could be the one to take over from Pasveer if necessary. Now, as you can tell, I haven't made any transfers in this first season. And what I want to do is I only want to make a maximum of just 1 transfer every year, because Ajax do have financial troubles right now, and they haven't been selling players for a lot of money. They haven't been succeeding in Europe as well, where they just lost a bunch of games at the Champions League too. So TV money is not necessarily looking good. And that means we're not going to be spending big money anyways. On top of those things, Pasveer is going to retire at the age of 42 now, as McConnell returns to Liverpool too. I just signed a player who is a Dutch goalkeeper but didn't get a cutscene, and this was the only one that really made sense. I'm bringing in AZ Alkmaar's Owusu Oduro. This is one of those Dutch goalkeepers that I wanted to have as part of this club. I want to focus on Dutch talent as well if I can, or at least talent from the league itself. Now, there would have been other options like Ruffs from Sunderland, who are doing exceptionally well in the Premier League right now, and Verbruggen at Brighton. So I didn't feel like those guys would come over when Ajax is isn't necessarily doing well. I've gone for Ovus Oduro right here. 22 years old, 6'2", has 2 really good play styles on him as well. Someone that we can build up for the future for sure. And now with Sutalo back into the starting 11, next to Bas, we're looking solid. And I've sold a bunch of aging players. I've sold Weghorst, Akpom, Van den Boomen, and Reverson right here. He's not an aging player, but still. And luckily, we had Kasper Dolberg to come in. He was injured in the last season. Now he's back. Used to be a huge talent back in the day. Has played in France, has played at Ajax. I'm not too sure where else he played. I don't know. Was he in Germany ever? Anyways, finesse shot, precision header, game changer, press proven. For now, he is the best option for us. I'm still trying to sell Berghaus and some others as well, but haven't been successful. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Moro onto that right wing and make sure that Mika Hotz gets that playtime on the left wing. He's 74 rated. I feel like he has not grown in the last season, and that's an issue. This season, I didn't step onto the pitch. However, still finished second behind PSV Eindhoven, and that just tells me this has been a build-up. We went from 4th when we started to 3rd and now into 2nd, but still we are not the dominant force in the Eredivisie, which makes sense because PSV Eindhoven and Feyenoord aren't just going to disappear. Top scorer-wise though, Kasper Dolberg has 25 goals to his name, which is pretty impressive. And in terms of assists, well, it seems like we have no one in there apart from Oscar Gluck on 7. And Gluck is actually the one who has grown the most, up to an 83 rating, which is pretty impressive. I love the fact that Bas has gone up to an 82. Owusu has gone up to a 79, which is exceptional. Hotz has gone up by +5. Moro above the 80 as well. Fitzjim has become a crucial part of this team too. But since we haven't been able to win any trophies, I think it's only fair to say some of these top talents might be looking for a road away from Ajax at this stage because they think they are better than the team is performing. And so the one who has grown the most, an 83 rated Oscar Gluck, is looking for his way into the Premier League and he's leaving us for 71 million. So now Regier comes back into the squad and Fitzjim moves over into the cam position. But don't you worry, we have some good news as well. Post is back into the team, 74 rated. Was loaned out at Volendam last season, which is another Eredivisie side, and I saw he scored 7 goals for them. Mokyo is back now as a left back possibly. I'm thinking about it. I want him to replace Wijndal and be a part of this starting 11. Then we are looking at the likes of Stewart at a 71. Bowen coming back at a 70 as well. Yetin, big talent. I'm going to probably send him out on loan once more because Mokyo is going to take over that left back position for now. Herkins is back, putting up a fight against Owusu Oduro maybe. Bonita is back as well. Konadu, 71. Janze, 72. Every single talent we have loaned out has come back above 70 and can be a big part of this team. However, I do have 161 million to spend now. I'm going to sell Kasper Dolberg and put Post up top because I want to rely on the youth. So Dolberg now leaves the squad for 24 million to move to Italy and try his luck once again somewhere else. And on top of that deal, Wijndal is going back to PSV Eindhoven for about 6.5 million. So here it is. Ajax relying on youngsters from their team itself. Mokyo at left back, Post up top. A lot of money to spend, actually tons of it. But the 200 million, I don't need it. Invest it into the youth academy. Go build it up, build more pitches, bring in all the technical stuff that you need in order to make this team better. And you know what? I'm switching to a 4-3-3 flat because we do have 3 center mids. And with that new formation, we're gonna try our best against Feyenoord in the Kuip, and this is a big one. Taylor is through. Ajax take the lead. 8 minutes in. The battle between these two clubs has been massive lately. Feyenoord and Ajax fans hate each other, so Post made sure they hated us even more. The Youth Academy talent scores a big goal right here for the first time. He steps up for me as we are playing on Feyenoord's home ground. And we are doing okay in defense, I guess. Not conceding right there. 49 minutes in. Carranza through. Should have taken the shot. But in contrary to the PSV Eindhoven game, we were actually defending properly this time as Post was through again. And he made it 3-0. And in the end, it was actually 4-1. Feyenoord fans are fuming. And in this season where we built upon the talents that Ajax had, we were rewarded for it. with the title of the Eredivisie, 82 points on us, only 4 losses, top scorer of the league. Well, as we go all the way up, it is Max Meerdink. Very talented player. However, Moro is in that second position, and for the assists, we have Fitzjim and Mika Hots part of it. So it has been a team effort. And the effort, well, Post, as you've seen, he has been scoring goals, now 19 years old, 79 rated, one of Ajax's own, and that is what I really like. Now I see Bas on an 85, very impressed. He's left-footed, I just realized. I always thought Zutalo was left-footed. Anyways, Mokyo up a little bit. We have Guy right here who's gone up to an 83. He's only 25. I truly believe we have a very, very good team now with Ajax that can start competing on the higher levels, and specifically in Europe. Ajax is a team that back in the day used to dominate the Champions League. Top scorer, Moro, 30 goals, 1 assist. Mika Hots has 38 goal contributions. He's finally doing what I expected off of him. Post comes in with 14 in his first season as a proper striker in this team, and I like it. We keep getting rid of the aging players. This season, Itakura is the one leaving for about 20 million. Because not only do we have Zutalo and Bas in the starting 11, we have Kaplan as a backup alongside Baumann. But don't you worry, for centre midfield, we need new players. And Stroikens from Belgium is now joining us. It is an Anderlecht talent, someone that would do really well in the formation that we're playing, in my opinion. A flat 3 where any centre midfielder can get involved in the attack. And this is the biggest signing we have made so far. The most amount of money I've spent. So here is the one that I'm gonna drop onto the bench for now. It is not necessarily this does not mean that he's gone forever. This is someone that still can very much compete for his position, but Stroiken is someone I really enjoyed in other career modes I've done. He comes in as a right-footed centre midfielder, 23 years old, can do basically anything, has 79 shooting compared to the 64 of Regier, who's more defensive. This guy can just bomb forward and get a lot of goal contributions for us, which I'm really, really looking forward to. But most importantly, it brings competition into the squad, which is going to be very important if we want to be successful in Europe. And for that, all these players on the bench keep having to grow, because if they don't, we're in trouble. Now we're talking, lads. Ajax won the Eredivisie once again, but only 2 points ahead of AZ Alkmaar. And for the top scoring position, Moro is on fire for us, with Post coming in with 19 in terms of assists, Hots and Moro. Now, this is the part that you might be interested in. We came in 13th in the Champions League. And as I said before, it's going to be crucial to be successful here as well, to keep a hold of some of the top players we have now, because the Eredivisie might not be enough. In terms of playoffs, well, we got past Nottingham Forest despite losing the second game. Round of 16, got past Inter. Quarterfinals, got past Juventus. Semi-finals, beaten by Atletico Madrid on penalties. And Atletico now faces Arsenal in the finale, but we have made it to the semi-finals, and that is very impressive. However, that also means that a bunch of our players right here were on the biggest stage when it comes to the world of football, and big teams will be interested in them. Now we see Regier has gone up to an 86, whilst Fitzjim has been stuck on that 85. So he has basically won the battle for that position for now. On the bench and the reserves, we have players looking very good in terms of their ratings, but I can tell we need someone for the wings to back up the likes of Mika Hots and Moro as well. Now, when we go into our squad hub, you'll be able to tell that the top performances obviously came in from the attackers. Post 31 and 2, Moro 30 and 13, Mika Hots 14 and 14, and the most valuable player in our team right now is actually our captain, Kenneth Taylor, 88 rated centre midfielder, 27 years old, 96.5 million in value. But this, Raul Moro, is probably the one that most people are speaking about right now after seeing our performances in the Champions League. Who has performed the best in the Champions League? We have 12 goals from Post, we have 9 goal contributions from Moro, and we have 4 from Mika Hots. So let's start our new season with a new signing. Buonanni is now joining into our team. It is a winger joining into the squad that not many people might know, but still, Badreddin Buonanni comes in for 40 million. And he's going to be the only transfer we make for an 82 rating. Moro being 87 and doing as well as he has been doing. Obviously, big teams are going to be interested. But at this stage, a squad that has made it to the Champions League semi-finals, Moro and others like Taylor are giving us one more season. If we manage to win Champions League in this season, well then, it's looking good and we can keep a hold of Moro and the rest. But if we don't, one of the two, Taylor or Moro, is going to be moving on. Seems like this season we failed miserably. Feyenoord have won the league title with just a 1-point gap over Ajax, as our top scorer has been Moro and the most assists have come in from Mika Hots on the left-hand side. But was there hope in the Champions League? Third, that looks good. Round of 16, beaten by Bayern Munich. Instantly kicked out of the competition, my friends, and there's nothing else I can say at this stage. We have not been good enough. This season was a letdown. We basically got worse, and even though most of our players have gotten better, and that is a huge disappointment. Taylor, 90 rated now. Moro on an 89 rating. If Taylor was to be sold, Fitz-Jim will have to go into the starting 11. If Moro is sold, that means Buonanni has to take over his position. Now, the way this is going to go, because we failed, one of the two is going to be leaving the team. I'm going to go ahead and put both on the transfer market. Whoever gets the first transfer offer is the first person to leave, and the other will stay as a punishment for not doing well enough this season in Europe. And now the moment has kicked in. Taylor, 90 plus rated, moving over into the Premier League for a huge amount of money. 150 million nearly. We do have Stewart as a backup, but Fitz-Jim is gonna be the one to take over. 5-star, 3-star, has some really good stats on him and could be very important for us moving forward. This season, I wasn't gonna give it away again. The Eredivisie has been won with 79 points, 3 losses on our record. Moro and Post, top scorers for our team, with the assists coming in from Fitz-Jim. That's lovely to see, as he had to take over from Taylor. And I absolutely love the fact that this team is mostly of originals and an academy player up top who's now 90 rated, has the dead ball plus. Please give me a free kick. I just maybe have scored 1 or 2 this entire year. Please, guys, can you teach me how to take free kicks on this game? Moro on a 91 now, inventive plus. I love that. Hots has the technical plus, useless against AI. But Fitz-Jim 87, Lehir comes in with an 89, Stroikens 89. Sutalo has been doing pretty well for me, but I don't know if I want him to be the captain. I feel like Fitz-Jim has been here for a very long time, through the academy and everything, so I think I'm going to give it to him right there. And then Bas comes in with a 91 rating. Owusu-Oduro looking solid. Mokyo up to an 87. Hold on a second. Wait a minute. Wasn't he like an 82 at the start of the season? What happened to him? He was an 81. Jonathan Mokyo has said, you know what, I've had enough. I'm just going to be just as good as the rest of the team. And he's pulled it off. Top scorer, 32-9. Post, Moro, 28-14. Stroikens from center midfield. I told you he's going to score goals. But hey, in the Champions League, things were not starting off well for us. 19th position. Playoffs had to go through against Union Saint-Gilloise. Smashed them 8-3. Round of 16, Real Madrid 3-1. Impressive stuff. Quarterfinals, PSG beaten 3-2. Semi-finals, Manchester City 5-4. And now against Atletico Madrid. I don't know what's going on, but I've been facing Atletico Madrid a lot more often in FC 26 in the Champions League finale than I ever have. So maybe something to think about. But let's go over and take a look at Atleti's lineup at this stage, because that is going to be interesting. Atleti comes in with Alvarez, of course. Ruggeri, okay. Pau Sanz at right midfield. I'm not sure if he's going to play. Baena is on the bench. We have Moreno, Johnny Cardoso, Barrios. Okay, Hansko is still there. Jimenez, Longley, Pedro Porro, and Diogo Costa. Okay, that's a decent squad, man. They have some really good players on the bench as well. That could be an issue. 90 rated attack, obviously because of Alvarez. Their best stats right here. Ooh, they have Alisson as well. Wait a minute. Alisson is an 83 though, so Costa is going to be playing. Top scorer for them in this competition, Alvarez, of course. Almada, 5-3, so he is definitely going to be playing. And so now the moment has come, lads. We're stepping onto the pitch against Atletico Madrid. Now, in the past 3 weeks, if you guys, I mean, none of you are actually aware, I had family over here and I wasn't able to really work in the way I would like to. So I hope you guys weren't able to tell that, like, I wasn't able to do a few things that I would normally do. But hopefully, moving forward, we can go ahead and do a lot of fun things again. And, you know, keep building up the channel and get it, ideally, towards that 600,000 subscriber mark, which is something I really, really want to get to as we try and beat Atletico Madrid right here. So, just so far, can I just, honestly, real quick, I never get to do this because I feel like a lot of times, you know, every video has to be this part after that part. You have to be doing this and then this and then this and then this, and it's just constantly moving forward. I feel like I want to take a step back for a second and just quickly say thank you. Like, genuinely, thank you so much for supporting this channel, supporting my wife and I's life with this job that I'm doing, that I've been building up for over 10 years now. And yeah, I just wanted to take that moment and say thanks. So thank you all. I really appreciate you. Let's get back into the game. Oh, Atleti's playing some good football, man. Really, really dangerous stuff right here. As we try and stop Johnny Cardoso. Alexis Baena. Almada. Huge save for Maduro. Jim, good header. But still Atleti inside the box. Here comes Alvarez. Big tackle from Sutalo. Wow, nice movement. Mocchio is on him, though. He has to play it backwards. Good pass inside. Alvarez. Oduro again. Kotz cuts in. Inside to Post. Post. It's a chance at least. Here goes the Belgian lad. A bit far out, but... Oh, wow. Okay, never take a finesse shot again. Thank you. Sutalo moves it forward. Regier over to Fitzjim into Stroikens. This is what I want. This is the football I want to play. Here we go. Stroikens. Yes! That is why I signed him. That is exactly why I wanted to have this man in my team. He is exceptional when it comes to attacking from that center midfield position. He's basically my Jude Bellingham. Here comes Barrios. Almada. Nice move. Oh, no. Alexis Baena. Alvarez just about. We get a touch in there. Very lucky from us. But I just downloaded the latest FC update, so I'm assuming gameplay might have changed because it feels harder. I don't know what they've done, but it does feel way harder right now, and I like that. Amada, good ball. Alvarez sending me to the shops. Baena, just a touch coming in there. Over to the right. Here goes Post. Post into the center. Fitzjim, yes! That's it! 84 minutes in! Now Ajax have secured the Champions League title once again after so many years of not winning it. This team historically has been a giant, and we're just looking at the middle of the pitch in the replay. Nice. And so Fitzjim is the one to lift the title. Congratulations to him and this Ajax side for pulling off this amazing performance. We have relied on the actual talents of Ajax. We have brought in a striker from the academy, and we didn't sign too many players and fixed the financial situation. Ajax is back. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a good one. Take care and peace.